Planet X TV.
This is Tony from Bad Karma Development. You're watching me on Planet X TV. About a year ago, I started with this project to just give back to my community. I started with trying to do just t-shirts, and I found that there's a lot of kids out there that just can't seem to afford the high-end clothing or the name brand type stuff. So I just created this thing for, you know, kids that couldn't do well for themselves, I should say. And started with just handing out t-shirts, you know, to kids at skate parks, and then it eventually moved into generating skateboards and t-shirts for these kids. The idea for Bad Karma came about when I was just traveling around, you know, and seeing how all the different walks of life in the urban areas, all the kids, you know, trying to make their way. Some kids had holes in their shirts, and I noticed that a lot of these clothing brands are being made overseas, you know, and I figured, hey, let's bring back, you know, streetwear from America, from America, you know, for the streets, from the streets, for the streets. That's where it started, was basically, hey, you know what, let's bring back these street brands from the US. You know, we have our stuff made by American companies. It's a big deal to us.
Why the name Bad Karma? Where did that come from?
I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up just having to run around just like millions of other kids every day, you know, and it's almost like, you know, it's like bad karma in your life, where something that was done, you know, you're paying for, you know, something that was done. So that's where the name came from. I looked at that idea and I said, you know what, when you look around, you know, the urban communities, it's kind of like bad karma. It's like people like, what have you done to deserve this, you know? And so I take that idea and I put it on a shirt, and not necessarily to say, hey, I'm Bad Karma, but what you're doing is you're reminding the people that are looking at that logo, hey, you know what, the things that you do every day, you know, affect your life. So you got to keep it positive. You got to. So one person might see this as, hey, you know, that's not really a positive logo, but in actuality it is if you understood the brand. Well, Lola's a brunette, and I love brunettes. You know, and with the, you know, with the wearing of the horns and the tail, it's just represents a little bit of fire in her. You know, she's, I would say, spirited. Those are the type of people I like. That's what I believe the brand represents. It represents a little bit of fire, a little bit of spirit. You know, Lola herself, there's a little bit of backstory, but it's kind of a secret. It's kind of something that, you know, goes, you know, eventually it'll get out there, but, you know, for the time being, there's a little secret with Lola herself. Right now, we're going to focus on t-shirts and skateboards. Definitely, you know, with the skating crowd. We're doing some hats. We're doing just trying to sponsor kids, but mostly for the time being, we're going to focus on skateboard decks. We're going to move into trucks and wheels, you know, eventually bearings. So really, we're going to stick with the skating, the shirts, and hats.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, in 5 years, I see Bad Karma as basically it's going to be a force to be reckoned with from the streets. I see it as it's going to be something that the big names are going to have to take notice to in 5 years, definitely.
What do you want to inspire with your consumers? What's your goal with that?
I want to inspire. I just want them to light that fire inside of them and to continue the good stuff that they're doing every day. The kids that continue to go to school, that have to skateboard to school, have no way of getting to school, I want them to remain positive. I want them to be positive. I was one of those kids that didn't have much in my community, and I continued to do very well for myself, continued to go to school, and you know, I want the kids to do that. I want the guys to do that, and I want my company to represent that.
Where can we get more information about you?
Well, you can definitely go online to badkarmadevelopment.com. It's going to be, I would say, bad-karma-development.com. We're also on Facebook and pretty much every other social network out there, Twitter, you name it, you'll find us. This is Tony from Bad Karma Development. You're watching me on Planet X TV.
X TV.